Jungkook's recent show of support for his older group mate Jin has sparked widespread praise among fans, particularly in light of growing frustration with HYBE and Big Hit Music's lackluster promotion for Jin's ongoing solo tour, #Seokjin_EP tour. The moment came during a low-key Weverse comment session, when Jungkook responded to a fan's concern about the limited marketing around Jin's tour. Jungkook simply wrote, "He worked hard. He deserves to be seen. That's all," followed by a purple heart. Though subtle, the statement was interpreted by many as a quiet but deliberate show of solidarity. This came after growing criticism toward HYBE and Big Hit for not promoting Jin's concert dates until just days before the opening show in Goyang. Fans also pointed out the scheduling conflict caused by the company announcing a theater screening of BTS's Mozon, an online concert on the same date as Jin's Japan leg, a move that many perceived as dismissive of Jin's live performance. Jungkook's comment quickly went viral, with hashtags like #JungkookProtectsJin and #RespectJin trending across X, formerly Twitter. The response among fans has been one of gratitude, not just for Jungkook's words, but for the consistent way he stood by Jin throughout his career. "It's not about drama," said one fan account. "It's about professional respect and standing up for a team member who's being sidelined." Others noted that Jungkook's actions reflect the kind of unity BTS has been known for, even as solo activities continue to grow post-enlistment. Analysts say Jungkook's influence, particularly among younger fans and international markets, holds weight within HYBE's ecosystem. Though the company has not issued a response, industry observers suggest internal friction could emerge if top talents continue to express dissatisfaction with management decisions. Jungkook's understated yet firm response also highlights a growing tension between BTS's individual artistry and the corporate strategies behind their solo activities. Many fans view the lack of promotion for #Runseokjin_EP tour as part of a broader pattern of inconsistent support from HYBE, particularly for Jin, who was the first member to enlist and the first to resume active promotions post-discharge. Music journalist Kwon Yura, who covers K-pop industry dynamics, noted, "Jungkook's move may seem small, but in the K-pop landscape, where idol behavior is heavily managed, even subtle signals matter. When a major artist like Jungkook expresses support, it's both personal and political." Indeed, Jungkook's influence on public perception is significant. His single sentence led to a spike in online searches related to Jin's tour and a noticeable uptick in ticket interest for Jin's upcoming shows in Japan and Europe, according to several fan-organized ticketing platforms. This underlines how much fan engagement is still driven by member-to-member dynamics and how much fans trust BTS members more than the label when it comes to promotion. Meanwhile, internal discussions are reportedly underway within HYBE, though no formal statement has been made. A few insiders, speaking anonymously, suggested that some managers within the company were surprised by the fan backlash and are now reconsidering how they approach promotions for the remaining tour stops. Fans are calling for more equitable and timely promotion of all BTS members' solo work, especially considering the group's long-standing message of unity and mutual support. The contrast between company silence and Jungkook's open backing of Jin has only sharpened that demand. In the end, Jungkook's quiet defense served not only as a brotherly gesture, but also as a reminder of the trust fans place in BTS members over corporate messaging. As one ARMY account summarized, "When the company forgets, the members remember. That's why we're still here." Jin's next scheduled performance in Japan is expected to draw a larger audience, in part due to the renewed attention. Whether HYBE responds meaningfully remains to be seen. But for now, the fans are watching, and so is Jungkook. In the days following Jungkook's comment, fan-led initiatives surged across platforms. Independent fan bases began launching their own promotion campaigns for #Runseokjin_EP tour, creating custom posters, buying ad space in subways and online, and organizing viewing parties for Jin's concert live streams. Efforts typically expected from the label itself. One large fan base, at Jin Union Global, released a public statement. "We thank Jungkook for saying what needed to be said. If the company won't promote Jin properly, we will. His hard work, artistry, and dedication should not be overlooked." This wave of grassroots promotion has added new visibility to Jin's tour, particularly in Western and Southeast Asian markets. Social media analytics show a dramatic increase in mentions of the tour after Jungkook's comment, proving that even a short message from one member can carry more weight than a late-stage marketing campaign. Industry insiders are now closely observing how this situation might affect HYBE's relationship with BTS in the long term. While the group remains under contract, Each member's solo career is now more exposed to public perception, and that perception is strongly influenced by inter-member dynamics and transparency, or the lack thereof, from HYBE. From a strategic standpoint, analysts argue that failing to support Jin equally could harm HYBE's long-term brand value, especially considering that BTS's core identity has always centered on brotherhood and equal treatment among members. As music critic Han Daehoon put it, BTS isn't just a band, they're a symbol of mutual respect. Undermining that dynamic, even unintentionally, undermines the very thing that made them powerful. Jungkook's words weren't dramatic, nor were they confrontational, but they were well-timed, genuine, and deeply aligned with the values BTS has always stood for. In an era where authenticity resonates more than corporate polish, his short message delivered an impact far beyond what HYBE's delayed posts could achieve. For now, fans remain hopeful that the attention drawn to the issue will lead to better management and fairer support across all BTS members' solo activities. Jin continues his tour with grace and professionalism, but it's clear that his younger brother's voice helped elevate what many saw as an unfairly quiet launch. AS Army continues to echo Jungkook's sentiment. One thing is certain, Jin may have been underpromoted, but he is not alone. The long-term implications of this moment may go beyond just Jin's current tour. For many fans and industry watchers, Jungkook's subtle defense signaled a potential turning point in how idols, especially those with as much influence as BTS members, navigate power dynamics within their own agency. In the past, K-pop idols rarely spoke up, either out of loyalty, contract restrictions, or fear of damaging their careers. But BTS has consistently challenged this mold. Jungkook's move, while respectful and measured, reinforced the group's growing autonomy and willingness to speak out when fairness is in question. Moreover, this situation has reignited a wider conversation among fans about HYBE's approach to managing post-military solo promotions. Fans recall that Jin was the first to enlist, missing out on major brand deals and promotional windows, yet he returned without the same fanfare or infrastructure provided to other artists. The fact that his tour was announced and promoted so late, just days before launch, made the lack of prioritization painfully clear. Fans also took note of the timing of HYBE's announcement of the Mozon theater screening, which overlapped with Jin's concert in Japan. Many ARMYs saw this as a direct conflict, possibly even an internal oversight, that caused unnecessary competition for attention and ticket sales. Jungkook, by drawing attention back to Jin, helped correct the narrative, not by attacking the company, but by reminding fans of where their attention should be. The result was a recentering of focus. Instead of letting confusion or disappointment dominate the conversation, Jungkook's involvement gave the fandom a rallying point, a reason to re-energize support for Jin. That solidarity was visible not only online, but in real time. Reports from fans at the Goyang concert venue and Japanese arenas showed increased enthusiasm, larger crowds, and more international media coverage than initially expected. Looking ahead, this moment may influence how HYBE manages future solo promotions, not just for Jin, but for all members. If the company wants to preserve its relationship with both BTS and their fanbase, it will need to demonstrate more consistency, transparency, and respect for each member's contributions. For Jin, the impact of Jungkook's words was likely deeply personal. Though he has not directly addressed the controversy, he was seen smiling during his most recent encore performance, thanking the crowd with noticeable emotion in his voice. Many fans interpreted this as a quiet acknowledgement that he felt the support, not only from his fans, but from his younger brother standing behind him. In a group as globally powerful and emotionally connected as BTS, loyalty isn't a marketing strategy. It's real, and it matters.